So I want to talk about personal planning. What do I mean by this? We, at this time of year, often set goals for ourselves, resolutions, intentions, whatever you may call them. And they're either personal or they're work related, but not very often do I hear a lot of people talk about doing this with their spouse or doing this with their family. Um, I heard recently from one of my members that they do this, as well as saw a post on LinkedIn the other day about it. And I was struck. I think it's genius, and I think it's a really great idea. I love to, honestly, learn a lot of things from a lot of people and take what I like and leave the rest. It's probably one of my favorite things to do. This is one I like that I will be taking to some extent. What do I mean by planning as a family? Um, Reflecting on the past year as a family together. What went well? What didn't work? What did we accomplish over the year? What were all the things that we should be celebrating? Look back, changes in jobs or, kid winning in soccer. I mean, all the different things that shifted and adjusted as a family over a year period. I started doing this, and there's a lot that changed in my world in a year, in our family's world in a year, significantly different. So reflect, what are you grateful for? What went well? What are things you would have done different? And then do some planning forward. Think about a budget for your family. Not so much to be restricted by, but to be able to understand how to spend money on the things you want to. And maybe if there's a gap between things you want to do and can do, you can be intentional about filling that gap. What vacations do you want to take this year? Maybe you don't have those planned yet. Can think through, how do you want to manage time this year? So, to me, when it comes to vacations or other things, time is the harder component than the financial often, because with having a kid, and managing school and time off and just work and schedules. So thinking through all of these different components. What are new habits you want to build as individuals within the family unit or as a family together? Commitments you want to make, things you want to do together, be it a date night once a month with your husband or spouse, or, do a certain activity with a kid once a month, but what are some of the things you want to make sure you accomplish in the next year? And just being able to think through that process will make you much more intentional about being able to put together a plan for it. If you don't know what you want to achieve, then it's very hard to actually achieve it. So just taking time to reflect, think back, and think forward, and decide what are things that are important. That way you can actually make them happen. So family planning, something you may not have thought to do before, but maybe we'll consider after today.